What's up, guys? Magic Navs here, and today I'm bringing to you some COD Vanguard knife-only gameplay. I haven't obviously brought a lot of Vanguard gameplay much lately, or in general, just because I know the game's not very. Wasn't the best. Let's just put it that way. People didn't really take to it, and for good reason. It just got stale pretty quickly. But this is my second last COD Vanguard knife only gameplay. I have one more left, which is a search and destroy. I just want to get it off my computer. So I do have my Modern Warfare beta gameplays saved up still that I want to bring to you guys, because obviously that is the hype now, and I'm really excited to bring that to you guys soon. So hopefully hopefully look forward to that in the future. So but yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy this knifing gameplay on COD Vanguard nonetheless. So but no matter, speaking of melee and knife only, we're here to talk about what has recently happened at my airsoft field, which is Siege Airsoft to be exact. Now, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not trying to like bash on them per se. You know, like, this is just coming from one man's opinion. Like, obviously, it's not the be all end all per se, but it does kind of suck either way. And this is gonna be kind of like a review too, in a way, for just myself. And if you're the type of airsofter that values this kind of thing, then it might be worth noting for yourself too. But the thing is, guys, like, I've been coming to Siege Airsoft since I first started Airsoft. Like, to me, it's considered my home field, and it still is to this point. And I truly appreciate a place like Siege. That said, ever since they had their overhaul, since the whole COVID pandemic, they made a big overhaul with and big changes with things. Like, they're definitely more organized now as far as when they actually start games, which I think it's great. But there's definitely aspects to it that I feel like they should improve on, or that they should have changed back to what it was originally. So first things first, I will get out of the way, is the fact that they got rid of cash payments, which is quite annoying, because I'm a very old school. I don't like using my card that much, honestly. Like, I do it whenever I don't have enough money or cash on me per se. But there's moments where I just don't want to use my credit card or my debit card. And the fact is, like, when you book an appointment now, it's like they force you to pay online when you book your spot, which honestly I would appreciate it, like, if I could just bring cash with me and pay when I actually get there. Like, I don't see, like, it would be nicer or more appreciative if they actually gave you the option of actually coming first before actually you going there to play. Like, you can actually pay once you actually get there, right? Because sure, you can book your spot, but that's just booking your spot. If something last minute happens, then you know then what, right? So yeah, that's the first thing. Like, I just wish they would bring back cash payments. Secondly, the way they've set up the opening hours and the open play time, it just hasn't been as good now. Like, I remember before, their hours on the weekdays was from 5 to 11, when it was great. You would play like almost countless games and stuff, which was great. But now they've kind of reduced it down. Their hours are like 5:30 to 10, which I don't even think that's necessarily the true hours, because they state it's a 4-hour playing session, but it's actually truly only 3, which it kind of sucks, because you're paying $40 for a session on a weekday, and it was worth it a lot when there were a lot of games. But now I feel like your playtime is limited, because you only can play Like, even when you get there early at 5 o'clock or 5:30, you have to wait an hour and a half, like, or more before you even start the first game. Like, they don't start the safety brief until like 6:30, and the first game doesn't even start until 7 o'clock. So even if you get there at 5 o'clock, you're waiting 2 hours before you can finally play your first game, and then the last game finishes at around 10 o'clock, which is very short. Maybe you're lucky, you get maybe 6 games in, and that's really not that much when you think about it. Okay, I'm saying it right now. They should make the hours 5 o'clock to 10:30 for a weekday, and then for weekends, afternoons, it should be from 12 to 5:30, and for the weekend evening session, it's 5 o'clock to 10:30. And this just allows them for every half an hour, and obviously they should start their safety brief earlier. So instead of at 6:30, they should start at 6 o'clock for the weekday session and the weekend evening session, and then for the weekend afternoon, it should start at like 1 o'clock instead of 1:30 or whatever they say. I never go on a weekend personally, okay, but especially on a weekday, I feel like they should just start the safety brief at 6 o'clock, and then the first game should start at 6:30. The last game starts at 10 o'clock. So that gives us 8 games to play. All right, so like that is a healthy number to have 8 games to play rather than just maybe 6 or 7. Because we're already paying $40 on a weekday and then even $50 on a weekend. Like, we should be able to try to make our money's worth by having at least 8 games. That just seems more reasonable to me. Now, lastly, this is probably the one thing that kind of annoys me the most or frustrates me the most, is that they recently have banned melee weapons at the field. So all your rubber knives, your plastic axes or lightsabers or swords, your Nerf swords and all that stuff, you can't use that anymore at Siege. It's really sucks. And it all started as a COVID thing at first, just obviously the social distance, but unfortunately they recently just decided, there's too much risk of injury and stuff like that. But it's just like, at what cost, right? There's so many ways you can eliminate the risk just by simply making it so that you're only allowed to use a melee weapon from a flank. You can't just run head on at a person, because obviously I can understand where that risk comes from. But if you're flanking from behind somebody or beside them, I want the option to have an alternative way to take out an enemy and not have to mercy them, because a mercy obviously isn't guaranteed. But I also don't want to shoot the person up close, or maybe I don't want to give them a position away. So I'd rather have the option of performing a knife kill on somebody, and there's nothing more satisfying than getting a knife kill in Airsoft. Granted, I haven't had one in a long time, okay? But if I was in said situation, I would want the opportunity to knife kill someone, because it is very satisfying. And I even made a ballistic knife. If you follow my channel enough, I have a ballistic knife even to get long distance kills. But now, can't even use that. So, simply, you can just sneak up behind somebody. Don't even tap them. Just simply make a knife swing motion and just say knife kill. Make it so it's you can't touch the person, but just say, oh, knife kill, and only tap them at most if they don't feel it, if they don't hear you. That's a very simple solution. And I explained this with the manager, but unfortunately, he's not having it right now, and I didn't want to make a big issue or argument about it, so it is what it is. But I'm just being upfront with you guys and honest about the whole situation. So it does suck, but please tell me your thoughts about this. I do hope Siege Airsoft will take these things into consideration and possibly implement them in the future. Of course, that's just me being hopeful. I kind of doubt they will, given the discussion I had with the manager and just the things that I feel would make things a lot better for us as the customer and the players, and just making the experience more enjoyable for us. Okay, I mean, I still like Siege Airsoft. I will still go there whenever I can, but these are definitely my issues that I have with them right now as far as the rules they've set with these. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in my future videos. Till next time, peace out, guys.